Right, so we're going to start with a bit of a recap, because some of you it's been a bit while, some of you it's been more recent, and for some people in chat, they may have not been around, who knows. So, Mutants is a Mastermind. The story so far, so... as you all, very quickly on this bit, you all know you're all in England. Kinetics, a very evil, but probably not as evil as some of you, organisation that is going around and controlling mutants in the world. They are going out of their way to make mutants sound like the worst case scenario to non-mutant people, and they are using those exact methods that they use to capture mutants as ways as propaganda to show how dangerous they are. Our team of mutants, who are all a bit of a mismatched group of people, have come together in their hatred over the way everything's been going on in the UK over the last few years, and they are fighting back against Kinetics. However, some of their actions have been used to allow Kinetics to take further steps in the control of mutants, and some of their actions have been just downright distasteful and questionable. And occasionally they do something that's helpful. Otherwise, this is our team. Now, previously, on the last episode that we did, we saw Pangolin and Igni, and two of our other mutant heroes. We also saw Lancelot and Brain Matter, or Brian. And we also saw... Gem was there, wasn't it? We saw our bunch of heroes get sent on a last-minute mission to what they believed was the mansion of the guy who runs Kinetics. And unfortunately, they were all captured very quickly. Some might say it was an ambush. Some might say smashing windows was not a very stealthy option.
What? My note
Some
here
would
says
say
Anderson magicked us away.
Some would say that the enemy was way more powerful than they were.
Some would say we didn't get a chance to roll will save.
Some would say that, yes. But not me. And for Doc Galvanic over there, Gun and Weeping Widow, we last saw these characters just completing a successful retrieval of Danny. Having camped out on a old farm road and ambushed a Kinetics van who were transporting Danny and multiple other mutants, managed to stop the van, horrifically electrocute and destroy all the members of Kinetics that were around that van and fry them to an inch of what would be less notable as ash, and walked away with Danny and some of the other mutants that were in the van.
I'm just hearing success there, to be honest.
Some would say success, some would say dangerously over the line.
Acceptable casualties.
Yeah.
They weren't using their mortality.
Some would say even Palpatine would wince.
Some would say good for business.
and very few would say shocking. And our mutants have ultimately ended all in this same place where we begin our story tonight. Is any of you, before we begin, does any of you wish to throw anything into the quick recap there that you think is notable, that you think I should have mentioned or possibly meant to not mention?
Specifically, you didn't mention, but I don't know how notable they are to say. Like the paintings with us drawn in them.
Yeah, I mean, that has been a thing that's been ongoing.
Check YouTube. Nothing happened on the info.
Nothing ever happened on the info.
Certainly not on YouTube, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you did discover when you went in the mansion. The first room that you dropped yourselves into was some sort of artist gallery, where you found pictures of yourselves actually in the room where you were staring at the paintings, looking at the paintings, or you staring at the paintings in the room that you were in, looking at the paintings.
What?
Yes.
Inception.
It was as confusing as it sounded.
I heard you weren't looking at painting.
And Gem identified this as something that was ongoing, and that these paintings had been done multiple times of some of you mutants. So yeah. So, anything else to add, or shall we dive in to the world?
Did you just say we were all in the same place?
You are going to be starting all in the same place, yes.
Do we know where that is yet?
No, because I'm not starting.
Okay, then fine. I won't write that down then. That's good. Fine.
The location card just says undisclosed location.
Base.
Redacted.
The final frontier.
And we begin.
Dun dun dun.
You all are in the same place. Write it down, Andrew. Each of you wake up in a bright but greyish cell. Each of you are in a cell on your own. You're looking around. All that is in this room is a bed and a very dirty, old toilet on one wall, made of metal. Ange, Weeping Widow, specifically yours, is currently filling with water, and there are bits of tissue swirling around in the water. Mark, in your prison cell, distinctively, there are scratches on the wall where you can see pieces of brick that have been smashed and slashed. Igni, in your cell, there is no window. Anglin, your cell feels so small. You look around and you almost feel like you can reach every wall with your hands. And Doc, there is nothing significant about your cell. As you all hazily wake up with a searing headache in your head, as if you've just spent the last 4 days in a very dodgy bar and finally woken up. As you all gather your senses and you sit up on your beds or you turn over, you hear a clink from around your necks. And in your own time, you all realize you are all wearing a collar. Anglin, at this point you realize that your skin is pale. The blue tinge, the scales that you're used to are long gone. Doc, you feel tired and weakened more than you usually would, as if you've not slept for many a days. Igni, you feel cold, as if you've never remembered how cold the real world is because you've usually kept yourself warm. You're realizing how cold and hard the world is again. Gun, you're questioning why you're wearing a collar. and also trying to remember why and how you got here. You don't
Curious.
remember what happened before. Same as you, Doc, by the way. Doc, you're also trying to... I don't remember how I got here. And Weeping Widow, as you look around this room, normally you would feel the room being made out of stone, and you would feel more happy than ever knowing that you could simply conjure up the tombstones to manage your own escape, but this time you feel nothing. You are all powerless. And Weeping Widow, you also do not recall how you got here. It's almost like there's a fog. And as you all try and think more about how you got here and when, whilst Pangolin and Igni, you have some recollection of the events that happened that led to you being in the cell. As you all concentrate and try and remember this, your headaches intensify. And they become unsufferable the more you concentrate. And you all remove yourselves from those thoughts. For those of you who have windows, the sun is rising. You can hear slight chattering and banging and large metal doors opening from the other side of your cell doors. You prepare yourselves for what will happen when your cell door opens. It takes minutes, but it feels like hours for all of you as you stare at the door, wondering what is about to happen. Suddenly, your doors all open, and you know from the sound that it's not just your door that's opening. Every door in what you realize is a large prison ward begins to open in unison. A horrible, loud screeching of metal scratching and gearing, bulk doors opening. And you see a large hall in front of you, surrounded by multiple cells, where all the doors are opening and other people are stepping out. And they too have their collars on. And you can tell from the way that they're walking, saddened, miserable, that they are probably also suffering from the same headache that you're experiencing. As you all slightly step out of your cells, one thing that you do notice is the lack of any guards. You only see people with collars. I would like you all to roll a quick perception check, please.
Oof. I'm rolling the ones out, I suppose.
All uphill from here.
Igni and Gunn, as you step out, your headaches begin to sear a little bit more as you try and instinctively try and work out what's going on, and you're forced to lower your head in sheer pain. Doc, Weeping Widow, as you step out your cell, you spot your friends. Doc, you see Pangolin stepping out a few cells down from you. And Weeping Widow, you see across from you, you see Gun stepping out. And the cell next to Gun, you also spot Igni. And you're caught to Igni's moments, because as they both stepped out, they both kind of seemed to almost crouch down in pain. And you head towards them, and as you do, Doc, you also see further across the room, you see Weeping Widow moving over to Igni and Gun.
What are we wearing?
It's a very good point. You would have checked that. You are all wearing bright white overalls. You all have a pair of white t-shirt on that's short sleeve. You're all wearing white jogs, and you all have a very comfortable but somewhat ugly white old slippers.
Got 3 quick questions.
Yes.
Is Pangolin blue? If he's got a collar on. So no one apart from me would know what Pangolin looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the only one who's seen him not blue. Nobody but Pangolin knows what I look like, because they've never met me. Are my wings restrained?
They are indeed, yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
Igni...
I forgot what the last question was.
Yeah, just like Igni, some people with the collars on are still looking weird. I'll just reiterate the effect of the collars only affect powers. Physical alterations do not. Which then makes me ask, Pangolin, is your blues power into it? It's not a physical. Yeah, so you are. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, you are as pale as you are right now.
Does I mean?
Wow.
Are we seeing him in his true form? Is that the? In his
Yes, you
human
are.
form, I should say, not
Yes,
his true
you
form.
are seeing Pangolin in his true form.
So,
You know it's
yeah,
him, though.
we
Well,
wouldn't
one
know
supposes
it.
you're not. You're just seeing a
Yeah,
crowd
no,
of people.
Yeah.
that's fair. Doc, you actually don't. You I mean, you see you see Pangolin, but you have no idea it is Pangolin. But yeah,
So
you
I
do.
just see somebody else's pain, kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you look at them and you
Male.
think they're oddly familiar, as if you've met them somewhere before. But then you're
Just dash
you're
over to
distracted
Doc
by Weeping
and-
Widow.
I just dash over to Doc and Gun. What's going on? Do you know how we got here?
No, I don't remember anything. I can't remember anything.
Talk a little bit quieter, will you?
The headache.
Yeah.
I just the last thing I remember was freeing Danny.
I don't know how long it's been since then.
Well, we know these collars stop us from doing anything.
Yeah, it's an important part that none of you have any idea of the time difference right now.
Well, first things first, we've got to figure a way of getting out of here.
Yep.
I mean, it seems like a jail. I don't think there's going to be an easy way out.
I'll head over to Pangolin and I'll go, Pangolin, are you alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't good, is it?
No.
But we'll be alright. We'll stay
Right.
together.
See those 3 over there? That blood looks a bit like the Terminator.
Yeah?
Go over
Sorry
there.
about Ange.
Yep. Don't tell them I'm here. We'll go over there.
Are they people you know who you don't want them to know that you're
Yeah.
not blue? Okay, cool. You want me to talk to them and
Yeah.
introduce you as someone new, maybe?
Yeah.
What do you want me to call you?
Rhodes.
Rhodes, okay. Okay, let's go over to them.
I follow Igni. Try not to walk like Pangolin, which is difficult because I still walk like Pangolin.
Head over. Say, hi, I'm Igni, this is, Rhodes. We're not quite sure what's going on. Kind of think it'd be nice if we could stay as a group, maybe?
How long you been here?
I don't know.
Do you know where here is?
No?
Are we all new? Everybody new here?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Well, we need to find someone that's been here a while. At least we might get to establish date, how long we've been here, what it is.
And as you say this, Weeping Widow, Gun, and Doc, can you all roll me another perception?
Oh. From one extreme to the other.
And Gun, you notice this as Weeping Widow's saying this. You catch a glimpse of someone amongst the crowd of prisoners who are all kind of going about their business. In this hall, there's like games and stuff, there's tables, and there's recreational gym equipment and whatnot. And your eyes are very quickly caught to a woman who is sat on a chair, kind of separated from everywhere. And you recognize this woman. The way she's sitting. It's not her face that you recognize. She's almost got her back to you, but the way she's sitting, as if she's... I don't know, you would say that she's probably in charge by the way she's acting and everything.
Okay.
Better not be bloody Mark.
Hey. Take a look over there. Any of you recognize that person?
Do any of us recognize them?
She seems
We
familiar.
need-
Weeping
We only see
Widow.
back, don't
Yeah, you see back, and as you're all looking over Weeping Widow, you just catch her kind of turn her head ever so slightly, and you know this woman because you gave her your business card
Oh.
A lot of those out.
when you helped her
anybody.
escape from the van,
That's right.
and she didn't want to go with you.
I'll bite you in the ass eventually.
She was in the van. Let's go and ask her what's going on. I just
She
walk
wasn't too talkative last time.
I just walk over to her. Excuse me,
we?
ma'am.
Van? Yes.
Yeah, we'll follow. I'll follow.
Go and stand behind them and cross my arms awkwardly.
I won't tap her on the shoulders or anything. I'll just literally walk right in front of her and stand in front of her. Excuse me, ma'am.
I was wondering when you would come and say hello.
Interesting. Do you know what's going on? Where are we? How did we get here?
Oh, I couldn't say how you got here. But you're in a prison. Can't you
Seem
tell?
rather- You seem rather chipper about this. Are you a prisoner?
I am at the moment, but I won't be for long.
How can you be so sure?
Well, because she's a traitor, isn't she?
Oh, no. No, I'm not a traitor.
Is she wearing a collar?
She is.
Yep.
Does she
You
have a
gave
knife
us
on
up,
the back
didn't
of
you?
her neck?
No, it was not I that surrendered you to kinetics. But you're not too wrong. Now,
Well,
I merely knew that we would meet again. I didn't fancy walking with you that night. I knew we would all be here, just as I know that in a few days' time, I will be in Paris.
Well, if you know all these things, you'll know that I don't like talking in riddles.
Yes,
if you have some
I knew
information,
you would say this.
then give us some straight answers. Where are we? How did we get here? And who the fuck are you?
I've already stated that I don't know how you got here.
Hello?
I don't know exactly where we are.
So I don't assume he's already died.
I just know I won't be here for long.
Look and that sort of thing.
Okay, can you tell us your name, at least? Of who you are, you know? Let's answer that question.
My name is Rose.
How far ahead can you see?
At least 3 years.
Can you see in detail?
No, it's more notable events.
And you leaving here is not notable?
Apparently not.
So you can still see ahead, even with these colours? Or have you already seen it? Is that what we're going with?
I already knew I would be here, and I knew that in a few days' time I will be in Paris.
Why Paris?
I don't know. I don't control the future, my dear. I just know I will be there, and I know that I will be talking to a very large fellow who's made of magma, and I will say to him, a few days ago I was in prison. Therefore I know it won't be a few more days until I'm in Paris.
A man made of magma.
Getting towards dark.
What?
He was eating the Eiffel Tower at the time. It fell on a few people, which is why it's memorable, I would have thought.
At this point, I'm literally just going to turn to Weeping Widow and just... Yeah.
You should go more like.
She's
I
obviously
don't know,
not going
Sam.
to help us.
I don't think she can. She's told us what she's
I
seen.
would if I could, my dear.
So can you see how to get out of here?
That's not how it works. Oh, you might want to take 4 steps back, though.
I want to say like endurance stuff, so I can cross that silence and run and that sort of shit.
We'll step back. Specifically pointing out counting 4 steps, just to see.
And
So, like-
as you take the 4 steps back, just as you take those steps back, 2 guys walk past carrying the pool table. Thanks, I didn't... Okay.
I just don't want to get
Okay.
anyone else.
How is that notable? To see.
I don't always know why they're notable events, but they usually come to light later on why they're notable. And then suddenly the 2 guys that are carrying the pool table drop it, and it smashes. And they start shouting at each other. And as they do, you hear alarms go off.
Ooh.
And you look around, and as these alarms are going off, everyone is kind of just standing still and stopping whatever they're doing.
Are there any jackets lying around?
No.
Damn. I'll just be shivering then.
Yeah.
A few seconds after you all kind of witness this event going on, multiple guards start walking in.
Just that before that happens, are there? They've dropped this pool table. Do any of the pool balls roll off the
They
table
do.
at all?
They're rolling in every direction.
I'm gonna grab a couple if I may.
Yeah,
if they
okay.
come rolling towards me.
That's fine. I would say that you could easily grab at least 2 that roll towards you. You were right near it. Yeah, the 2 guys who dropped the pool table are still shouting at each other, and one of them seems to be like lifting up the broken leg of the table as if ready to kind of smash somebody with it.
How many guards have come in?
There are now about 60 guards emerging from every doorway, platform, and tunnel into this room.
Oh,
Armed
so it's literally every single one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As you hear, as they're coming in, you're hearing the shout, "You move and you die," as one of the guards is looking directly at one of the prisoners who is still kind of walking around. And as he says this, the prisoner stops in his tracks. He doesn't turn to look at the guard or anything, he just stops. And the guards filter the way around everyone, and they come up to the 2 who are shouting over the pool table. "You 2, freeze or die. You know the rules." And they don't. And the guards stand there for a moment. And as these 2 people start getting aggressive, one of them goes to swing at the guard. And as he does, and he lifts up the bat, he falls onto the floor as if he's just... You're sure? He's just died. He's dead.
No other signs, he just literally just stopped and fell.
And as the body's lying there, you see a small trickle of blood coming from his ears. And the other guy who was at the pool table immediately freezes, almost in mid-action of getting back up from the table. As he was putting something down, he has stopped. That's better. And the guards start walking around you all. One of the guards walks past you. And he stops in front of you, Gunn. "Captain, he's here." Few seconds of you staring at this
I'm
soldier
gonna
Gunn.
stare him down.
You're staring him in the eye, and he's just staring back at you, waiting for you to move. And another taller man, wearing a bit smarter of a uniform, but still like a doctor's uniform, walks in front of you. "Right, you, follow me." And he walks straight off, and the other soldier kind of beckons at you and looks at you and kind of like, "Better get moving."
Okay, I'm gonna follow him. Let's just see if we can figure out where we are and what's going on.
And you follow him, and he takes you down a corridor. You realise about a dozen guards are with you now, walking down this corridor. And you all see Gunn lead out of this room, and as soon as they is out of distance, all the guards start to filter away. And as soon as you see the last guard fade into a corridor or through a door, the alarm stops ringing, and everyone continues as normal. One guy comes over to the body that's on the floor, grabs it by his ankles, and as he goes to lift it, another guy appears and grabs him, and they just walk away with the body. And the rest of you are all in this hall. And the lady turns to you. I would say that was notable.
Igny's just staring at the blood on the floor, continuing to shake, making very quiet whimpering noises.
Doc,
Yeah.
you notice something that no one else seems to have noticed, and you're certain. In that brief second before the guy fell down dead, you felt a signal. You felt an electric signal come from one of the guards who wasn't too far away from you. You're not 100% certain of it because it was very weak and very faint. You did notice something, an electrical pulse. In that split second, the prisoner fell down dead.
Okay. I'm gonna signal. I just like poke Weeping Widow and just pull her to one side a little bit, and just just come with me a second, because I don't know them guys.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so I'll pull it to one side and just trying to think it through. Yeah, I'll just direct to you, Weeping Widow, is like, look, I know we're in a situation and it's very confusing, but it's like when that poor guy died, I felt something. Like there's a signal. I felt it. It was ever so faint. I could have missed it. I don't know if it's for sure, but it was one of the guards in the room, close by. Like I think it was them. They killed him. It's literally like a witch. They could just kill us.
Got power? They've got powers, killers, or
No, it's like it sounded like a signal to his collar. That's what I felt. It was ever so
you
mild.
should be able to pick that up with the.
I shouldn't, but I did.
So if
But it
that
was
was
very,
happening
very thin.
again, do you manipulate that?
I don't know. It was very faint, and I wouldn't want to risk anybody with that just to test it. I don't know how, but it's something. We just gotta be careful. Yeah.
Well, they've taken guns, so maybe he might be able to do something from the other side.
Hopefully. I mean, he's very resourceful.
It's just me and you right now, and we've got to get as much information as we possibly can about this place.
Well, we can... I mean, I'll look over to Igny and Rhodes. And just, like, well, we might as well see who else can help. Like they want to stay with us, so maybe it might be worth to see what they can do. Not everything is tied to the powers, maybe. See what they know.
We need to be careful who we trust, though.
As long as we have the same goal, I think we can trust that. Doesn't matter what happens afterwards.
The other one was very quiet. I don't trust that quietness of people.
It's a very strange place for all of us. It's understandable to be quiet. He does seem very familiar, though. And I don't know why.
Yeah. Igni's gonna have had her eyes closed and just sort of try to calm her breathing. Eventually, she'll open them and she'll turn to Panga Rhodes and say to him, "These people, these ones you knew, one got taken away. How do you know these people?"
Friends. They can help us get out.
Well, they've wandered off. Maybe they don't trust us. We need to give them more. I know you don't want me to tell them who you are, but how do you know them?
Just go and tell them you know Pangolin. You can help. I'm the muscle.
Okay. Just... You wipe it, tears away from her face, just go, "I've not seen that happen before. Let's... Deep breaths, okay. I'll go over to... probably Doc Galvanic, because they look a bit more approachable than Widow. Just go...
I like goth fashion.
I'm not in my goth stuff. I'm in completely the opposite right now. I am not. I'm not in my comfort zone right now.
Approachable though.
You can
like,
tell
I
she's
mean,
more
like,
annoyed
white.
about that than being in prison.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Like what?
hey, I didn't get to properly introduce ourselves. So yeah, we're Rhodes and Igni. We knew Pangolin. We did a couple of jobs with him.
Pangolin?
Pangolin.
Yeah.
Pangolin here.
mentioned-
If Pangolin's here, then we need to speak to him because he will get us out.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
I give like an eye at Rhodes and just go, "You haven't seen him for a bit?"
No,
But
we were worried about him.
he just sort of he described his friends and you looked like them, so we thought that you must be them.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty distinctive.
So what? He described you guys, but
I'm Dr. Galvanic, but just call me Doc.
Doc, hi.
This is Weeping Widow.
Hello, good to meet you. So, what the fuck?
You need anything
I don't know.
in particular?
That man just died.
Yes.
Like, did they shoot him with a gun or something? I didn't hear a bang.
It's the collars.
Right.
It's the new thing that they made to restrain us and hold us, and obviously kill us.
Can you see what they've used to strap my wings up? I turn around.
Yeah.
Did we see?
Yeah, and across the rings, kind of going in a spiral from top to bottom, is a very thin blue wire.
I can break these cuffs.
They've restrained it with a wire, but I don't think we should risk cutting it.
Okay, I'm probably for the best.
It's too easy. We could cut that very easily. We could probably break it with our hands if we tried, but
But it probably constrict and slice my wings off or something unpleasant, knowing these fuckers.
or alert the guards.
Yeah, or that, and then they'll come and press a magic button, and then I'll fall down dead.
So you know Pangolin. So we need to get out and we need to find Pangolin.
Yeah.
But where did you meet Pangolin? Like, I don't. No offense, but I don't imagine you have been
We worked a
Around.
couple of jobs together. I'm from. We worked a couple of jobs together.
Okay.
Alex, our handler, knew Pangolin. So maybe is that how
Wait,
you got
know
to know
Alex
him?
too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one who
Miserable
introduced us.
bugger. Where's the terrible jacket?
He's got the worst sense of fashion.
Yes.
He so has.
Yeah, he sent me and Pangolin and Rhodes on a job, and some other guys who I think. Yeah, he sent us on a job and we got captured. And I don't know where the other two are. I can't see them. The other three are. I can count. Yeah. Shut up, Andy. There was Brain Matter and Lancelot, who had like this cool robot suit, and there was a guy who could teleport, Gem. We were all captured. Yeah.
No game.
That's only 3 or 4. Pangolin.
Pangolin got captured, surely, or maybe he escaped. I can't remember. Thank you, Rhodes.
I just went.
Your voice is distinctive.
That's the voice I've always had.
Have we met before?
Maybe
think
through
so.
Alex?
I think I'd remember you.
I've got a bed
You're
roll.
you're very familiar.
Interesting.
I think we should stick together, and if we see any of them,
If Alex, yeah, that's enough for us.
and if we find Alex, I'm gonna smack him silly because he got us captured. He sent us to a trap.
And
I don't think he knew it was a trap, but
Alex wouldn't have done that deliberately. He obviously.
Well,
Alex is there for us.
yeah.
He must have been. Something must have happened to him, and I hope he's safe.
And meanwhile, Gun, you have been following these guards for a few minutes, going deeper and deeper down sets of stairs and corridors, lefts, rights. You're trying to keep a track of it, but the headache is kind of preventing you, and you're somewhat certain you know your whereabouts. Suddenly the guards stand to attention and move aside as you approach a very nice oak wooden door at the end of a corridor. And
Is it ladder keeping?
the general, the captain in front of you, he stands at the door and he opens, and he opens it for you, as if almost welcoming in. And as you peer into the room as the door opens, this is quite a nice room. It's very nicely furnished. There's a nice sofas. There's a table. There's a fireplace with a crackling fire. There's a bar at one side. And as you step in, the captain closes the door behind you. He takes off his little hat, puts it down. Oh, sorry about that, old chap. Had to make the old shebang in front of the prisoners, you know what. Couldn't blow your cover, could we?
No, good thinking.
Take
You got
a
a cigarette?
seat, have a drink. Of course, the cigarette's on the cabinet over there, my laddie boy. Come, you must regale me of where you've been. We've been searching for you for the last week or two.
Well, I haven't made myself too difficult to find.
Well, we sent you on that mission down into Birmingham, and you never came back. We were almost curious. We thought you might be up to your usual tricks, but here you are. You always come back with the goods in the end, don't you? I mean, you didn't have to come in this way, though. You know you don't have to come in pretending to be a prisoner, my boy.
Well, you know, I've made some friends, haven't I? Got to keep up appearances.
Do the directors know that you're on your way back in here, or do I need to alert them and let them know you're here?
No, I tried to let them know. Maybe you saw it on TV.
Oh, yes. It was quite weird that I don't think anybody had any idea what you were doing. You even gave our CEO a bit of a run for his money. He isn't too pleased, you know. You know you're not supposed to be seen in public like that.
I was just trying to get your attention.
Oh, well, I mean, I know I'm only a captain and you can't really tell me too much, but was it a juicy mission they sent you on this time?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it.
Oh, God. You know,
you got any paracetamol?
Paracetamol, drugs? Yes, of course. I've got a little first aid kit here. He goes over to a little cupboard and he pulls out this little white box with a little green plus on. And he plunks it down and he opens it up. Yes, I'm sure there's some. There you go. There's some paracetamol. Oh, sorry about that. Do you need this removing? I mean, we didn't. It was one of the guards that noticed you. Heavens forbid.
Yeah. Maybe you could introduce me to him later, because I'd like to have a word with him.
Oh, please. Oh, you've already taken out many of the staff. I please don't take down my prisoner staff. They're hard to train these days. Oh, here, let me disable that collar. And he pulls out of his pocket a little remote and he points it to you. And as he presses a button, you just feel the collar like a little click, and it kind of loosens around your neck, and the headache goes almost completely. Sorry about that.
Sit that on the desk. Go and pour myself a drink from the old drinks cabinet.
So, what's the plan? Are you fully in, or is the prison part of your cover at the moment?
Well, it's part of the cover. The group I was with.
Oh, you're working with them, I see. Oh, right. Shame.
You haven't been briefed on any of this at all, have you?
Oh, God, no. This is classified. I really shouldn't have even been speaking to you, but you're a legend amongst our ranks. I mean, I wouldn't say half those people in there are here because of you, right? I mean, you've kept us in business.
Oh.
God, you're like a one-man mutant hunting machine. I feel sorry for you. I don't understand why they're terminating the program to replace it with those new robots. I mean, if it's up to me, I'd just, if it was possible, I would clone you and send out multiple of you. Oh, if only that was a thing.
If only. I'm going to knock his teeth out with this pool ball.
Are you going to do that when he's not paying attention?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. This is going to be a roll from you here. You're going to be an advantage.
I've got improvised weapon as well, so I can use my unarmed combat, I think.
That's absolutely fine if you want to... You're just going straight for it. Yeah, there's going to be an advantage here because he's completely not expecting it. Okay. So yeah, let's get a roll from you. Do you want to...
I'll try.
Yep.
26? That's just a regular roll. There's no advantage or anything to that. But...
No, I give it advantage. Don't worry about it. You don't forget advantage works differently in Mutants Masterminds. You don't just roll twice.
Okay.
You basically get an automatic success in this, and you catch him right on the corner of his eye, and you hear this almighty thwack, and he just collapses onto the sofa.
Cool. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going with this, but okay, so he's out cold.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
If you gonna check?
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Yeah. And you quickly you can find a very faint pulse. He's knocked out. He's not dead.
Okay. Right. So I'm gonna go up to the door that I came in by.
Yeah.
Have a quick listen at it.
and you put your ear up against the door, and after like probably 3 or 4 seconds, you hear a.
Is there a lock?
There is a lock on the door, yeah.
Is there is it one of those like you just kind of turn the lock on, or is it like a keyhole?
No. This is some
They're more
weird...
sophisticated.
It's almost like a barricade across the door. This door is clearly meant to prevent any riots from ever entering this room.
Okay. Can I see how it works?
Yeah, it's quite easy. There's kind of like next to the door. There's a little button that basically has the controls on, and one of them quite clearly has lockdown.
Oh, first of all, I'm going to shut that then.
Yeah.
So that nobody can come in from that direction. Are there any other doors out?
No. There's no windows or anything in this room.
Oh, cool. So, there's a desk, like an office desk?
Yeah, so you're in quite a large room. There's a small area where you were sat with a little 2 seats facing each other, a table and the fireplace. There's a desk in one corner with multiple screens all set up on the desk and everything. There's like a little, there's no door, but it's like the door frame leading into what you can see is like a small bedroom in one corner. It looks like an office / living apartment sort of thing. There's a little kitchen in one side with a fridge and everything sort of thing.
Right. So, I'm gonna drag this guy's body.
Yep.
Into the side room. You say there's like a bedroom or something.
Yeah, and there's a bathroom there that doesn't have a door on. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to kind of search around, see if there's you say like all these screens.
Yeah. As soon as you go to his desk, you're on the visual side of the screens. These are CCTV screens, and you have cameras listed on it. There must be easily 50 to 60 different cameras. Every few seconds they're changing, and you can see the prison. And after a few seconds of looking, you even spot a camera, and you even see Weeping Widow talking to Doc Galvanic on one of them. Okay.
Any kind of control mechanism for the collars, maybe, or anything like that I can recognize?
There's nothing at the computer, but you do remember that when your collar was removed, the captain had a remote that he pointed at you, and that remote is now kind of just lying on the floor near him.
Okay, so I'll grab that.
Yep, and as you look at this remote, it's kind of like a TV remote, but it's not just got numbers on or anything. It's kind of just got pictures all over it. The top button has like a little padlock symbol on it that looks like an open padlock. There's a big button at the top that's big and red that's got skull and crossbones on it.
Oh,
wonder what that one does.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other buttons some that look like have electricity symbols, some that have got a couple of Z's on it. Basically looks like a control designed for a child to control these collars. It's very self-explanatory.
So I'm going to get the collar that I had on.
Yep.
And I'm going to go and stick it round that guy's neck.
Okay. And as you connect the collar ends, they automatically connect and you see it light up.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to kind of slap this guy's face a little bit. Maybe get some water, throw it in his face.
Yeah. Yeah. And as you do that, he slowly comes round, and he's very dazed at first. Oh, yeah. I was attacked. Yeah, me.
Morning, arsehole. Hey.
What?
I'm holding up this control in front of him.
What are you doing? Why? I don't understand.
Nah. No, that's part of your problem, I suppose, isn't it? All of you lot.
What? I'm sorry for blowing your cover. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
No. big fucking mistake, wasn't it?
I know. I'm sorry, but this is over the line. You can't put a collar on me. And you see he's trying to claw his fingers in. I will have you for this. You can't do this. I know you think you're powerful round here, but you're not. You still have to follow rules and orders.
What's this button do?
Which one are you showing him?
Skull and crossbones.
You wouldn't. You'd never get out of this room alive.
Right. There are a number of prisoners in there that I want releasing.
What, as part of the operation, you could have just signed a document and we could have done that. You don't need to do this.
Look, I'm not going to tell you again. I want them releasing, or I'm going to press this button here.
I mean, fine. Release them.
Put to your office.
Okay. How do I know which ones?
I'll drag him over to the screens.
Yep. And as he does, he's kind of like fidgeting and everything.
Yeah. And I have to slap him down every now and again, then I suppose. Like, concentrate. Them.
Well, you'd know I can't do it without opening the door and telling the others. At which point they'll see what you've done and they will shoot you.
Listen, I'm sure somewhere in this office there's like an intercom or something. Right?
Maybe.
What was that?
Yes! Top drawer of the desk.
Right. Now go and use it. And by the way, I'm a little bit clumsy, so you make sure you say the right thing.
Fine. But you did. Why? I don't understand why you're doing this. Could have just filed Form 73.
I don't like filling in forms.
And he gets the mouse of the computer, and you see like the main monitor in front of him switches to that specific mini cam that you had pointed, and he's zooming in on the prisoners. Okay. And he picks up the phone. An immediate summons. I will highlight the prisoners' collars. Prepare to extract. And he puts the thing down, and you see he then kind of clicks on them on the screen. You see it drag onto the thing.
Okay.
And as he clicks on the picture of Weeping Widow, a little set of options appear next to it, and one of them is highlight collar. And as he clicks this, you see on the screen Weeping Widow's collar starts flashing blue. Meanwhile, back in the prison cell area, you're all stood there having witnessed this atrocity unfold in front of you. What are you doing?
Muted.
Being harassed by Kurt.
Good job, because I said something really wrong. Is my collar flashing?
No, not yet.
Okay. That's
What
right.
do you think was wrong?
I asked if I was flashing.
That's entirely up to you.
I do inappropriate things when I'm stressed.
Flashing is not one of them right now.
Rosalind.
I think, well, we were obviously just chatting together, saying like and everything. So I think we'd probably move over to everyone else, try and mingle, act
Maybe look for
normal.
the others, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm kind of going to walk around the room and try and assess, like, which were cell doors. We don't have to walk around. Which were cell doors, which were exit doors, sort of stuff like that, really. It's like, we don't know what's going on, but I'm trying to, like, assess, like, a plan slowly,
Yep.
I need to know my environment around me.
Yeah. You're kind of scouting out the area. The corridors that the guards kind of went down to are very thin corridors in between some of the cells that just seem to go down, and then you can see a brick wall at the end, and that you can't quite tell if the corridor turns left or right on some of them. And then some of the doors that you saw the guards emerge from, again, they're just in between some of the prison cell doors, but they are solid metal doors.
The pool table that broke,
Yes.
were the legs held on by screws or nails?
They were actually glued on.
Pretty much ready.
So you can see it's prison. You can see the legs have kind of just sheared where the glue was and broken off. There wasn't any.
Was there any snappage? Are there any large?
There's some.
wood?
Yeah, there's some small bits of wood and like the pool table leg as well. The mutant that died was using as a bat. That's just lying there.
Can I take a shank of pool table wood and just sort of hide it down?
Yeah. You can. You kind of go over. I will want to roll from you on this one, though. Let's get... roll me your deception, please.
Deception? Can I roll stealth?
Or stealth, whichever you're trying... Yeah,
North,
stealth is fine, yeah.
northwest.
I'm good at stealth, in theory.
Yeah, and you spot a small piece, and you kind of... You kind of pretend that you're kind of just looking at the damage and seeing if it's recoverable, and you manage to secure into your sleeve a very sharp piece of wood.
Okay.
This
That's what
definitely
I'll be
could be used as some sort of shank. But it'd probably be a one-time shank, I would have thought.
I mean, if it comes to it, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
As we're wandering around, scouting, being nosy generally, or whatever, I will be testing out if I can feel any other signals or anything, like going close to like where the guards were.
Yep.
And stuff like that.
And it's probably at this point, Doc, that as you're kind of walking around, you begin to notice that you have your powers aren't fully gone. And you can, when you're very close to the walls, you can feel currents just on the other side of them. You are diminished, and you feel it, but you can. And it's at this point you actually can feel the current, and you notice that you can feel the current going around in your collar.
Okay. Yeah, so I think with that, I am just gonna like contemplate on that for a while, just to see, because obviously I know, watching someone die, that they are very dangerous, and even though I can feel it, I don't want to just go straight in and just like, oh yeah, I can still be powerful.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna keep wandering around, but basically just looking like what Weeping Widow's doing, just checking out the area and stuff.
Yep. Pangolin?
I'm just standing in the middle of the room staring at anybody who stares at me, pretty much.
You mainly
trying to
notice
watch
the
out
woman who's sat on the chair has been staring at you this whole time, just looking at you.
That's
very...
fine, I'll just keep staring at her.
Yeah. And Weeping Widow, you're just kind of eyeing down a corridor. You've actually you're at the entrance to this corridor, and you see there's a line on the floor that says "Do not cross." And you're kind of looking down this corridor, and as you're looking, your collar, you notice, starts flashing.
I kind of panic a bit because obviously I don't know what the flashing means.
And yeah,
and I go sort of scuttling back to Doc.
And as you get to Doc, and Doc looks at you, and you kind of reach, Doc, you feel the current increase in your collar, and your collar now starts flashing.
Can I sense stone now? Because before I couldn't sense stone.
No, you cannot. You are quite panicked, but yeah, you don't seem to get any general sense of stone or anything.
What?
Why are we flashing? What happened?
I don't know.
And as you two are looking at each other, all of a sudden the alarm goes off in the cell block again that you heard moments before, and guards start pouring in, and more distinctively you see the Doc and Weeping Widow. As you turn around, you see they're heading directly for you.
I quickly looked down at the pool table and noticed it's made of slate, which I did just Google, and has been confirmed in chat by Rules Master.
So you've Googled what a prison pool table's made out of?
I did!
Oh my god. I mean, well done. Yeah.
It does also have the wooden
bathtub
legs glued onto it, though, so it might not be made out of slate.
Which side are you
I
on?
had two people carrying it, so...
It would have weight to it.
I've tried all sorts of things. I've been Googling what pool balls are made up and everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah. Although, would Weeping Widow know this, is the question I would ask.
That's why I asked if I could sense it.
No, you have no sense of any materials of stone around you at this moment.
I look round and I say to Doc, we're flashing, but we're not dead. Maybe Gun's done something.
We're not dead yet. Like, they're coming straight for us. And we're flashing. And they took Gun, and they're coming straight for us.
As this alarm's going off and the guards are coming in, Igni and Pangolin, you're a bit of a wave from Weeping Widow and Doc, but you do also, what you notice, some of the prisoners are looking at you, and then you catch that your collars are also flashing a little light.
I try really hard to try and as if to sense and do something as if there's any stone anywhere in the building.
Okay.
So if I can, I'm gonna, out of the pool table, I'm gonna throw some stone pellets at the guards.
Yeah?
What kind of movement are we looking at there?
I don't know, whatever we want.
Is that the best idea, Range?
There's a lot of them.
And they only have to press a single button and you die?
No, because he's flashing.
That doesn't mean anything. That just means your collar's
don't know what that means.
Just button and you die.
Flashing is not death, that's what we're going with.
Yeah, we're going with this.
And yeah, and you kind of, you look at the table and like the floor around. And
Wait, I'm not going higgledy-piggledy boom or anything. I'm just like trying to think of something in my head. I'm not giving anything away.
You're concentrating on any sources of rock around you, and you just cannot feel it.
Oh, flipping heck. Okay, run to that corridor that says no way.
You're going to run. Okay. And as you begin...
Come with me!
And as you begin to run, and you hear multiple shouts from the guards, freeze or you die! You know the rules!
I don't! I've only just got here! No one's explained the rules!
And that's where we'll take a break. Before a break, our team were in a prison. Gunn was taken away by a captain. He assaulted the captain, very surprisingly and unannounced. And
I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier, shouldn't I?
Has taken over the captain in his office and has now forced the captain to summon his friends to his room, who are unaware of these plans and this action, and are now in the prison. The collars that are preventing their powers have just started flashing all of a sudden. Quite unfortunately, just as Weeping Widow was in an area that she shouldn't have been, she's now panicking and running across multiple guards who are shouting at her, "Stop moving, or you're dead." And that's about it. That's where we were when we took the break. And we'll dive straight back in on this. But we'll dive back in.
Oh shit!
To oh shit, indeed.
That was appropriate.
Background speakers.
He must be an avid. He's watching the stream. I
didn't know we'd got commentators now.
Apologies for the background interference there,
One of
guys.
the other presidents.
Yeah, yeah, as we with us running past. Oh shit! Here we go. Fucking dead.
Right, cause distractions. It can take Tony like 10 minutes to stop giggling. So.
So whilst Tony sorts himself out on that one, Gem, Gun.
Well, Gem's not here. Well, Gem might be here. We don't.
Yeah.
Gun.
I'm Gun. He's Gem.
Gun. Oh. I
Anyway.
God damn it. Hi, Cry. Thank you for watching. Gem is not needed.
Well, he might be very soon.
Well, yeah, he might be.
He's not needed for mistake identity situations.
Gun.
Yes.
You're sat. You're stood over the captain in this lovely room. You see he's clicked Weeping Widow, activated her collar. You see she starts running in the cell.
Typical.
You then point out Doc Galvanic. He then activates her as Weeping Widow's there. And then you quickly identify this person who is Pangolin that you don't know, and Igni.
Roach, Dusty.
And he highlights them. And then he triggers a button on his desk, and you see all the prisoners just stop moving. And you hear the little ruffle of footsteps outside the door and everything. And you see on these cameras all the guards are swarming in. Right, there you go. Wait.
If anything happens to her, by the way, I'm going to strangle you.
Why is she running? They're going to kill her. And he's pointing at Weeping Widow, who's running across multiple screens.
We see that intercom there. You better let them know.
Procedure. They won't. It doesn't speakerphone into the prison.
I'm holding up the remote control. My thumb is poised over the kill button. Well, you go with her, mate.
And he picks up the phone, and you see there's like a little plastic cover, like a flip case over one of the buttons, and it literally it's a very button they'd never want to press, and he presses it, and he just screams down the phone, Don't shoot her! Meanwhile,
Back at the rent.
back in the prison block, you're all watching in shock and horror as Weeping Widow is dashing all the prison guards. Doc, you catch a glimpse of the guard next to you. He reaches his hand into his pocket, and just as you're about to all of you hear this loud, horrible noise in your heads. It echoes around the hall really loudly. Don't shoot her! And you see all the guards kind of look around at each other, and they kind of look. Some of them are angry, some of them are confused. And Doc, you kind of just hear one of the guys behind you. Did he just use that?
Did I hear that?
No, you're running through loads of people who are going, oh shit, as you go past.
I personally think that if they don't shoot me, I think everybody else will run.
And they don't. Weepy Widow, you managed to get to wherever you were running. Where were you running?
Actually, no. I just ran.
Just ran.
It was that corridor that said, "Do not cross."
Yes.
This line.
Okay. And you're now at this corridor, and the guards are kind of just staring at you. They're in the corridor. You can't run down this corridor because the guards are there, and they're just staring at you.
I'll stop.
Follow us as one of the guards with a very puzzled face on him.
Oh, wait, Doc!
And as you turn around, you see the guards are already escorting Doc, this person that you don't know is Pangolin, and Igni through the ranks over to your location.
I just turn around to the guards and say, I knew the mistake would be found out and we would be released. Move along.
And Pangolin and Doc, just as you get to this corridor, you both see this woman, kind the one who was sat precariously before, kind of leaning against the wall near the door, and she just turns to you two as you walk past. See you in Paris then.
It's lovely there this time of year.
And you don't even get a chance to say anything. These guards are taking you down this corridor. And you're all led down these corridors. Meanwhile, Gun.
Yeah.
Right. There. But you don't know. They'll be suspicious now. I shouldn't have used that.
Well, what you don't understand is that these people are actually helping me, and they're working for Kinetics.
I know, but we're only supposed to use that on the final day.
Final day? What are you talking about?
You know. The day we wipe out the subjects.
You know what? Sometimes they don't tell me everything either.
You know about the kill command. It's in 4 days.
Oh, you fucker. I mean, oh.
Oh shit!
That's fine, we'll do it again.
That's what you really feel.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Well,
You were not.
when I get the information I need to the right people, that may not be necessary.
What do you mean it's not necessary? been the plan for years. Everything's almost ready.
Plans changed.
Look, your friends are going to be at the door in a minute. You know you're going to have to open that for them to get into this room.
That's right.
And again, as soon as you open the door and the guards see that I've got a collar on, they're not going to just allow you to close the door again. Or let the mutants in. They'll know what's going on.
Will they?
Well, I mean, they're not all as bright, but I would have thought so.
I think whatever you tell them, it's probably going to register a little more than you wearing that collar there, right?
They'll know I'm a hostage. They'll know something's up. They won't just let me tell them not to come in or whatnot.
No, you're probably right. In which case, I don't really need you anymore, do I?
Well, yes, because if they open the door and they see I'm dead, they're not going to be happy with that either.
Yeah. So what? What's your point? I won't have to worry about you, will I?
You can't get out of here without me.
Well, enlighten me. Apparently we're not getting out of here anyway, so it doesn't matter, does it? Unless you know something I don't.
All the main exit doors out of here require a passcode that only I have. And the doors are one way in, which I don't have. But all the doors that lead out, I'm the only one who can open them. And I have to be alive. It's not like you could just cut off my thumb and use it. It's not one of those sort of doors. And it's not a code that I could just give you. It's one where it checks to see if I'm alive.
All right.
Convenient.
Well, you better think of something real fucking fast then, hadn't you?
I mean, I'll be over at the fire. If they don't see the collar, I can lift my shirt up over it, and he kind of like starts lifting up his shirt over the collar, and he kind of like hunches up and like moves over to the fire. I'm not saying this will work.
You better hope it does.
And then after a second, you hear a knock at the door.
Yeah. I'm going to go over and I'm going to press the unlock button.
Yep. And as the door opens, you see there are a number of guards lined up on the walls. And in front of you are Weeping Widow, Doc, Igni, and someone who you don't know is Pangolin.
Ah. Why don't you let yourselves in, folks? Make yourselves at home.
And you all see Gunn in this room welcoming you in. The guards kind of look at you, Gunn. And one of them kind of looks right at you.
Yeah. I'll make a point of let him see that I don't wear a collar.
And he kind of, after he's looked at you, he kind of looks in. And he just sees the captain stood at the fire. And then he kind of just turns his head back. And falls back in line with the others. And you all enter this room.
That'll be all, lads.
And some of the guards head back down the corridors, but some of them stay quite clearly where they're positioned in the corridors.
Yeah. So when they're in, I'm going to shut the door and lock it again.
Yep. And you're now all in this lovely room.
So, how do we get these collars off then, Captain?
Well, you use the remote, of course.
I just point at it, do I? Click the unlock button.
Yes, that should do the trick. But I should warn you, I shouldn't, but... And you see he doesn't know whether or not to tell you something. He looks distressed, like he's fighting with himself.
Yeah.
But you would know, so I don't tell you.
I'm gonna just turn around. I'm gonna stare at him.
Well, I mean, I know this. I don't know if this is classified. I don't know what's going on here. If you're a...
I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on here. Yeah? You are going to do exactly what I tell you to do, or I'm going to strangle you to death right here.
Okay,
How about that?
Fine, but if you release all their collars now, the alarm will go off. You know this.
Why will it?
Because the system detects when a collar is deactivated within the facility. And whilst turning one collar off like I did for you is absolutely fine, if you disable more than 2 collars within the space of about an hour or so, the system sets off a red flag. There'll be a phone call, and if I don't answer it and give them the security code, which I won't do because I don't think I should, then they'll be forced to bring...
Listen.
I don't understand why you're doing this. You're one of us.
I'm doing it because I have to.
But why? You have clearance above this level. I don't understand why you're going to this effort. It'd be easier for you to just
Fill out the form.
Yes. Your authorization could easily get them all released. I don't know why you're doing it this way. Wait. Unless you're not you.
Uh-oh.
Can I have moved into the room to stand close-ish to this guy? Because he's by the fire, right? And I'm cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not Agent 17, are you?
You've got about 15 seconds to remove the collars on these people, or I am going to kill you. And I'm going to make it slow, and I'm going to make it messy.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not removing their collars.
I'm going to take out the shank
Fine.
and hold it to his throat. Point first.
Or maybe she'll do it.
Go on. Do it. You're all dead anyway. And I will die a hero.
I don't move.
I don't know who you are, but you have made a grave mistake now. I was only helping you because I thought you were one of us, but you're not. You're a mutant. You've bypassed the collars somehow. You're disguising yourself. And I will not help you any further. You will all die for this treachery. You're all villainous scum.
I want to turn my head and just do a big toothy smile at him and try to intimidate him if I can.
He moves with you, but he doesn't pay you any attention. He's staring directly into Gun's eyes at the moment. Not lovingly.
Oh, that's a shame.
Wolf's gone. Clear it up.
Yeah. I still got a pool ball, haven't I?
You do?
I will just turn to Gun at this point, just like, what going on? What are we doing?
You know what we're doing. It's only this prick that doesn't. He's too far down the pecking order, I guess. Not worthy of knowing the plan.
He doesn't know about the operation.
He has no idea. Of course he doesn't. Why would he?
And he thinks he's better than you because he doesn't know. What a silly man.
I figure, maybe I owe you an apology.
You all think you're so clever. You're all dead.
Yeah.
You're all dead. All your stupid mutant brethren dead, including those in Sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What do you know about Sanctuary, mate?
Thanks to you, we know a lot more. I assume then... Wait.
The grip on my hand on the shank becomes very, very tight.
No, I think I've said enough now. But I think I know who you are.
What's the guy called? What's the guy called who we were sent to kill?
On which gish?
Yeah.
Oh, not kill, after the
So,
guy from last session.
Hey, kid.
You were sent to rescue Danny. Rescue, not
No,
kill.
it wasn't.
No,
Oh,
he
no,
was
not
sent to
you.
kill the guy in
Oh, sorry.
Red Stag Castle, wasn't it? That
Yeah,
one.
what's the CEO called? That's what I mean. It's on one of the handouts.
I'm just loading mine.
There we go.
So on the previous episode, you were sent to Walter Hugh. Walter Hugh's
Hugh.
house. Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, kid. What is it you do? What's your thing? And I'm looking at Igni when I say that.
You know, I heat up the moment.
I'm going to point the clicker
Yep.
at Igni's collar and press the release button, the unpadlock button.
Yeah, the little unpadlock button that's
Yep.
easily labelled for children. I know, it's brilliant.
There you go.
Yeah, and as you do, Igni, you feel this little click. The collar is cold, and you feel it slide down your neck. And as it does, you feel a surge of warmth, and you feel your power coming back to you, and the headache fades very quickly as the collar hits the floor.
Do the wire, does that drop off as well, or does that stay on?
No, the wire's still on.
Okay, well, small victories. Let's go I keep my one hand holding the shank where it is, which is now smouldering slightly, and then my other hand I'll just put on the mantelpiece and it'll just start burning slightly. You can see like the wisps of smoke coming from my fingers.
Yeah.
As it's resting. And I'll breathe out some smoke from my nostrils.
You think you scare me? I've seen worse.
Are you all right? I look at Doc Galvanic and Weeping Widow.
Yeah, totally in control down there. You get these collars off us?
And it sets off the alarm if we release too many of them.
Can you release one and then shut it?
know.
Well, put that one on the floor on them, then it will still be counted as one on this captain guy. It'll be counted as one that's not unlocked.
He's got one on.
This guy's going to wear
colours
like
on.
Ender with 4 colours.
Just extends his neck.
It's going to be a new fashion icon.
Put it on his leg. How do they transmit?
Right, anyway, if I press this button, the alarm's going to go off. There's going to be a lot of people trying to get into this room all of a sudden. Do you reckon you guys can deal with them?
Do we need this one
and stand in front
alive?
of the door.
Yeah. What about you? I look at Rhodes.
You'll know.
I just walk over to stand in front of the door and just crack my knuckles.
And
Hey, Rhodes.
that's really kind of not very impressive.
Hey,
At
Rhodes.
this moment.
It actually is, because as you hear, it's an almighty crack of his knuckles. Which,
Hey, Rhodes,
at
if that
first,
door
when you first hear, you kind of feel like you just broke his arm or something by the sound of it, and then you realize, he's just like cracking his knuckles.
Okay, in that case,
Rhodes,
then I'm going to
if
go.
that door opens, you think you can deal with them?
Yeah. Oh.
So
If
your
we get one
catchphrase,
of,
Josh.
if you get one of the guards in, I might be able to put him. Oh no, I've got a collar on. I could have put him into a trance, and then we could put one of the collars on him.
Do you think you can take
Well,
him, Rhodes?
Yeah.
Get them in one at a time, knock them
I don't
out.
think that's going to happen. When one more colour, the alarm's going to go. They're not going to come in one at a time. So
What's
just
your
get
fire
ready.
policy?
There's going to be a lot of them.
So we're going to have to. Well,
Shit's about to hit the fan.
yeah, pretty much. Let's do this.
Your
do you
biggest
say?
worry is the guards.
I know we've
Yeah.
got quite a bit of.
You know what? I'm
That's
sick of
coming.
you.
That's the guy. Yeah, that's not me. That's
Yeah.
not the GM. That is the guy at the fireplace.
That's
just
all right.
press my
'Cause you're
finger
going to be
to his-
swallowing this pool ball in a minute.
If this guy can talk, when
I'm
this
going
guy
to give
starts
this guy an
talking,
emotional blast, so he just blubbers everything to us.
I'm
So.
just going to touch a burning finger to his lips and just go, shush, shush, shush.
And he kind of flinches as you do.
Right.
And I'm going to go bing, bing, bing on the collars.
Okay. Yeah.
I
And
think we need some more different music.
each of
Let's do
you,
that kind of operatic kind of thing.
feel these collars all click around your neck. You feel them slip down you, and the headache disappears, and your strength returns. Pangolin, you feel full force, your strength. Doc, you feel the electricity surging around you more than ever, as if after your palate's been cleansed, you've never remembered this feeling before. And Weeping Widow, you realise that the floor is made of stone.
I also run over to the desks and quickly check the. There's a computer there, so I'm going to quickly go over to the computer desk and find
Yep.
a way of locking any doors in the base to lock some of the guards into various areas.
Yeah, I mean, you go to the computer and you have a look, and on the bottom screen there is an input command, and there is a keyboard.
Okay, so I grab the captain guy, grab him over and go, put your code in now.
I will do no such thing, my dear.
Yeah, I
You're
emotionally
already
blast
dead.
him so he shits his pants and he's scared.
Okay.
I don't know how I do that, to be fair.
Roll me your power. It should give me the stats I'm hoping. That's all I need.
Go find out where it is. Transfer
It's
attractive.
under the attacks on the front page, the first page, stats and skills page.
Where it is?
Roll down a bit on the left, under offense. Could be an emotion blast option.
Yeah. Forces to target to feel emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
So. Oh.
And
Yeah, William. Fudge it.
and you blast him, and he just, his smile kind of, you see it like turn into a bit of a grunt. It'll take more than that, my dear. I am specially trained for you stupid mutants.
Does he have one of his hands on the desk?
Yeah, he's kind of got both of his hands on his desk as kind of Weeper Widow's got her hand on his back.
Torture this guy
Let's
until he
stake
puts a
through his
code
hand
in.
into the desk.
Jesus Christ.
That's mean. I mean, yeah, yeah, you can do that if you want.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and as you slam this stake into his hand, it pierces straight through. He's human, after all. And he just screams in agony. And as he does this, Pangolin, that screams so loud, you kind of just about hear on the other side of the door a bit of commotion.
Right,
Well, that's nicely the second time.
party time.
I'd rather die than help you mutants. I told you, you're already dead.
I look over to Gun.
Yeah. I got the remote control in my hand, haven't I?
You do.
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
I'm just concerned that we might need him. So,
What about everyone else?
Along with
Yeah.
your iron fire axe.
exactly.
Use the fire axe, that would help.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it would. Unless we were going to behead the guy, which is... We're getting a bit dark.
Does he need that?
Someone smuggled in contraband here.
Yeah, so I think... As the alarm's gone off, right?
There's no apparent alarm going off or anything. There's no
Okay.
sirens or any indication in the room that you're in that there's an alarm going off.
Oh god, no, it'll go off to
We
headquarters.
might need this. We might need this prick.
I pull the stake out of his hand.
And I will kind of grab him by the back of the collar. I'm going to shove him in front of us, and I'm going for the door. And I'm going to unlock the door.
Just before you get to the door,
Yes.
the phone in his office starts ringing.
Oh.
Oh, salesman.
Yeah. It's Microsoft technical support, isn't it?
Trying to reach you about your warranty.
Your computer has a virus on it?
Yeah. This is BT. You've got too much line. If you give it a push at your end, we'll give it a pull at ours. I'm looking at this guy.
He's
You gonna
got
get that? You gonna get that, or am I?
He's gonna have to get it, otherwise we're all gonna.
That's the phone, Ange.
You idiot! I was thinking, shit, my phone's ringing. I actually got a real ringtone on my phone.
It doesn't sound like that though.
It sounded so really weird the other day. That's what made me think. I was like, oh shit, what have I done now?
Someone should
Well.
answer it.
Are you gonna get it?
Who you said that to?
To the captain.
If I answer it, I will tell them exactly what I need to tell them.
Why haven't we got someone that can do the
Twice now.
brain thingy?
Oh well. You want to be a hero, right?
I will never help you mutants. I don't need to talk to them anyway. Once you don't answer, they'll assume the worst.
I'm going to answer the phone. Yeah, go on. Somebody answer the phone.
The answer machine.
Who's answering it?
Did you say you were going to answer it, Igni, or am I going to answer it?
No, I was saying somebody should.
Okay, I'm going to answer it.
I'm going to cover the guy's mouth.
Yeah.
And
Hello?
you pick up the phone. Kinetic security check 737, authorization code 42. We have detected multiple collar releases in your area. Please report.
I'm sorry, I think you got the wrong number.
That's a negative. Is the captain there? Who's this?
The captain? He's indisposed at the moment. Can I take a message?
Where is the captain? And why are you answering his phone?
He's taking a dump at the minute. This is Agent 17. What do you want?
Agent 17. Why are you answering the phone of the captain, Agent?
Like I've just told you, Captain's taking a dump at the minute.
Authorization codes, please.
The authorization code.
Yes, please. Agent 17, you there?
Hello. I am speaking.
Authorization code, please, so I can confirm.
Cover out.
6. The authorization code is 6. Thanks, Dave.
Use a hero point. Make it B6.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Ah.
Actually, I'm thinking about it. Would I know what the authorization code is?
No.
Oh.
You mean, you
I
know,
use a hero points and know what the authorization code is.
I can tell you that all you would know is what your old authorization code used to be.
Oh. I'm going to use
say.
that.
Okay. And so you recite your old authorization code.
Yep.
Agent 17, this is your old code. It's been changed since then. You're aware you're using an old code?
Well, clearly not. Otherwise, I wouldn't have used it, would I?
Bear with me. I need to speak to higher-ups about this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Please hold the line.
Oh, we've got to move. I'm covering up the receiver. Oh, we really need to move.
Which way?
Wait a minute. I mean, does Pangolin look like Pangolin now?
Nope.
No. Okay.
You just see Rhodes opens the door and steps out, closes the door behind him. As he does, you just see a flicker of blue.
Oh.
As I step out
You
into the
opened
corridor.
the door and you went into the corridor.
I'm gonna just step straight out into corridor. As the door closes behind me, I shift into my scaled form.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That gun, that is the last thing you see as you just said what you did. You still holding?
Yeah.
Okay.
My eyes are like very wide, and I keep make eye contact with everybody. Like, what the hell is going on?
I'm looking at gun for this and just like, is there any point in finishing that call? Are we done?
I don't know yet.
I think we're burnt.
Maybe.
Pangolin,
That's me.
you step through the door into a corridor. There are no guards in this corridor. You fully form into your blueness as you normally do. You overlooked it at first, but you then realized there is something stood in this corridor. Small. Further down, You overlooked it because you were looking at your height. The corridor's darkened. You're almost certain it's a child.
Oi, I'm Pangolin.
And as you say this, two bright blue lights open up where the eyes of a child would be. And it takes a step forward into the light. This child is not human. It is some sort of a weird silver robot.
Robo baby.
And it stares at you. Mutant detected.
Oh, fuck that.
Shit.
And it raises one arm. And you see this light start to build up.
I think it's time to remove that arm. Yeah, detach that arm.
And before you get a moment to take a step or anything, a blast comes whooshing down this corridor at you. The blast hits you, sending you back against the door. The rest of you are stunned all of a sudden as the door comes back into the room with Pangolin on it. And he smashes into the opposite wall.
Pangolin!
Fucking hell.
Hang on. I shake it off and run back out.
Back in a minute.
And as you stand up, Pangolin, ready to run back out, you see there are two more of these robot children in the corridor. And they're all walking towards you. And that is where we will end tonight.